This video is part of an algebra course created by Great IT Courses. You can subscribe to the complete course free of cost on udemy.com. You can find the relevant information and links in the description below. Thank you. So in this video we want to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. Now adding and subtracting polynomials is very easy. It's just simple algebra, and you add and subtract polynomials by combining like terms. For example, if you wanted to find the sum of two polynomials like for example 12x squared minus plus 9x minus 21, the sum of this and another polynomial like 4x cubed plus 8 squared minus 5x plus 20. Now you want to add these two together. So like I said, you just need to combine the like terms and add them together or subtract them based depending on their sign, negative or positive. So what you do here is basically first you could put the like terms together. You could write this one as 4x cubed, the term that you have here, plus 12x squared plus 8x squared, these two together. So taking care of this and this and this, and now you have plus 9x minus 5x plus 20. So 9x minus 5x plus 20. So minus 21 you have as well. So you can combine them together. And next you can just simplify. So this is equal to basically 4x cubed plus 12x squared plus 8x squared is 20x squared. 9x minus 5x is 4x. 20 minus 21 is minus 1. So this is how you add two polynomials together. And so and there is one thing that you could do always in order to check your answer, because there is no direct way. You could either try some points here. For example, in this polynomial, for example, you equate x2, for example, to some number. For example, here you say, for example, x is equal to 1, and then you evaluate this whole polynomial for x is equal to 1, and you could evaluate this polynomial for x is equal to 1 as well, and then add the two results together, and then you would have some number. And then here in the resulting polynomial that you got here, you can again put x is equal to 1, and then the number that you get here must be equal to the number that you got here when you added the two numbers. So for example, if I in this polynomial, I call this a, I call this b, I call this c, and the number when I put x is equal to 1, I get a number. I call it, for example, in this case I call it n of a, and a number I would get here if I equated, if I put x is equal to 1 here, I would call that n of b, and then these two, when you add them together, they must be equal to n of c. And then that basically means that you have done everything right. if this seems to be difficult, then you can also use graphs. You can, let me see. Well, you can basically, what you can do is find some graphing tool online or a desktop graphing tool on your computer, and then you can simply enter these two equations, add them together, and in a second window or on a second tab on your calculator, on a graphing calculator, you can enter this one as well, and then both of them then needs to give you the same graph for both of them. If you get the same graph for in both cases, that means that both of them are basically simply the same equations or the same expressions. So you can use this method that I said here, or you can use also graphs. Both are going to help you to do that. So now let's do another example here. Let me 67 67-1. For example, this is trial number 2. So try it number 2. 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 1. This plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. So you want to add these two polynomials together. First you need to combine the like terms. So you write this as 2x cubed. You don't have any like terms like this. Like terms basically means that the variable has been raised to the same power. So this plus 5x squared plus 2x squared. So these two, and this has been taken care of as well, plus minus x minus 3x. So these are taken care of as well, plus 1 minus 4, and these are also done. So you write this as 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 2x squared is 7x squared, and minus x minus 3x is minus 4x, and 1 minus 4 is minus 3, and that is your answer. So that's basically how you add polynomials together. If you were to basically subtract polynomials, this is example number, let me give you an example on subtraction as well. This is example number 3. So we have find the difference, and the example is 7x raised to the power 4 minus x squared plus 6x plus 1 minus 5x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. So you know that based on the distributive property of multiplication, you need to distribute this throughout this whole all the terms and this pair of parentheses. So in order to do that, what you need to do is basically, first of all, you need to write this as you could basically do something else. You already know that a minus b, you can write a minus b as a plus minus b. So b subtracted from a is the opposite of b added to a. So that's what you already know. So you can do the same thing here. You can say, for example, this is 7x raised to the power 4 minus x squared plus 6x plus 1. So this whole thing plus, I'm doing this thing over here, plus minus 5x cubed, the opposite of this whole thing, plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. And then now you can combine the like terms. So 7x raised to the power 4, then you have x cubed here, x cubed, so minus 5x cubed, and then you have x squared, so plus 2x squared minus x squared, and then you have x here, so plus 6x plus 3x, and then you have plus 2 plus 1, and then you can write this as 7x raised to the power 4 minus 5x cubed, 2x squared minus 6x squared is plus x squared. This is 9x, and this is 3. X squared plus 3x. I guess I have made a mistake in here. I think I've made a mistake over here. Let me see. So I guess, so you can see that I have made a mistake over here. I'm sorry for that. So the problem is that I have, these are all wrong. And the problem is that here I have written this step wrong. So here you can see that you need to rewrite the opposite of all of these terms. So this is minus 5x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. And then if you added all these together, you would get 7x raised to the power 4. And then you have, let me write this is with red, 7x raised to the power 4. So then you have minus 5x raised to the power 3. Then you have x squared, so plus 2x squared minus x squared. And then you have plus 6x minus 3x, and then plus 1 minus 2. And so this would be 7x raised to the power 4 minus 5x cubed plus x squared. This is plus 3x minus 1. 7x raised to the power 4 minus 5x cubed plus x squared plus 3x minus 1. And this is correct. So in the next video we are going to do multiplications and polynomials. I'll see you in the next video.